Good morning. I think it's starting to rain. 6:30 p.m. Happy Friday. Empty. Right on the Allison summit over here in Manning Park. Definitely smoky still too. I was going to record video a little later on the day, but it's starting to get dark, and if I don't record it now, it'll be pitch black, and it's Friday and I'm headed home. Really put my seatbelt on. It seems important. I feel so naked without it on. I don't know how people do it without a seatbelt. Yeah, definitely starting to rain. Hopefully it's some hard rain. That'd be fun. That'd be really fun. It doesn't look like there's a lot of clouds that way. I would enjoy some good hard rain. Unloaded on Vancouver Island today morning. Got on the ferry at 1 p.m., so that was kind of nice. I think I'll get home around 9 p.m. or so. We'll see how it goes. I guess with this rain, the mirror cam is kind of useless. Hopefully whatever rain shows up on this on the lens beads off. Rain has kind of stopped here. Usually when it stops, you have this raindrop sitting on top of the camera for the next 10 minutes. So as far as videos goes, it's always much better if it's raining really hard or not at all. Following the Smilkameen River. This is the source of the Smilkameen River. Up one of these mountains. Behind us anyway. And if you remember, I think earlier in the week I talked about the Smilkameen River being crystal clear. And it is crystal clear here. But somewhere here in Manning Park, something happened and it just goes brown. And now it's brown all the way down to the US border. Not sure what happened, what stirred up all the mud, but it's brown. One thing that's unusual about Manning Park is it's a big park that you do full speed limit through, like 100 kilometers per hour. Most parks slow you down to 90 or even slower. Here's the Manning Park Resort. Pretty far behind editing. The way they were unloading, I needed to keep helping, or I needed to be there ready to help, so I couldn't get in the back and edit videos while they were unloading me. It took 3 hours, so I could have edited it to like 2 videos in that. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays edited. So I need to still edit Thursday, Friday, and the bonus video. So those of you guys that have hit that join button, and you get the bonus video no matter what tier you guys want to support me in. You guys decide what tier you want to support. There really isn't much difference between all the different tiers, and you guys just decide what this channel is worth to you. Roads are drying out a bit here, so maybe that's it for the rain. I'm sure the firefighters fighting the fire really appreciate a little rain. And I don't really see any smoke coming up from that area, so oh, this milk bean's brown over here already, so it's got to be close to the lodge somewhere where something happened to the river. Very brown. We'll see how many days it stays like that. I don't know if it was just a natural landslide somewhere or some construction. Coming out in East Gate here. A bit after we go through East Gate, the end of Manning Park, we go from this nice big 4-lane highway to narrow, twisty, winding road. Last weekend, I had a day and I had one day plus till lunch of the second day off. Last weekend was a pretty short weekend, barely over a day. So I'm really happy to get home today. And then I'll have Friday, Saturday off. Not Friday, today's Friday. I'll have Saturday, Sunday off. And then I think most of Monday, if not all of Monday. Kind of makes up for last weekend being so short. I've been starting to see a couple of black bears now and then, late in the evening like this. Usually too dark already to capture on video. Maybe we'll get lucky. Here's the park entrance. I guess the exit for us. Fire danger extreme. Every little bit of rain we get is good. Chocolate almonds. Yummy. That road there was still closed due to the fire. A little on the zoom side. Here we go. So this is the section of highway. You remember that video 2 weeks ago that I just uploaded very suddenly, just a minute long, the bright yellow borders? You guys look for that video. Look for the video with the bright yellow borders from 2 weeks ago. August 15th, actually. Excuse me. This is the road that happened on. I was just coming down the hill. We're going to be going up the hill this time. Milkamine Falls down here. You can't see them, but there's some waterfalls down on the right hand side. Honestly, more like rapids than a waterfall. The waterfalls are kind of neat in the deep crevice that they're in, but they're not all that aggressive waterfalls. This is another section of highway that is very unforgiving. Lots of crashes on this part of the highway. And people get stuck behind slow big rigs and start doing very dumb things like passing on a double solid or on a blind corner. Which is the video I'm referring to about 2 weeks ago. Basically, we went 3 wide on a 2-lane highway. It was yesterday for me, but the video's 2 weeks ago for you guys. When I went into Hunter Creek and showed them the video, they were quite happy with the video. They got me to email a copy of it to their email, and they immediately contacted the company. I contacted the company as well. So I sent the company the video, and CVSE, which I actually misquote what CVSE stands for, Commercial Vehicle Safety and Enforcement. Basically DOT. CVSE was quite happy with the video, but when I walked in, the first thing he asked, he just goes, "Am I on YouTube right now?" I'm like, "No, no cameras on me." And he goes, "I watched some of your videos." I'm like, "Oh, nice to know that the DOT is watching my videos." So hi CVSE, how's it going? Hope you're enjoying your day. Yeah, there's a good tip for anyone that wants to do the YouTube thing. Make sure you're the type of driver that actually obeys all the laws, does their pre-trips, and does all the safety stuff. And because if you do YouTube and do some dumb stuff, you never know who's watching, including CVSE. So they were happy to see me. They asked some questions, the questions that they would only know to ask if they had watched the videos. So I'm like, oh, you guys have watched some of the videos, but not all of them, but you guys have definitely watched some of them. Coming up on the corner here. Coming up on the corner that I almost died on yesterday. So there's a passing lane here. That truck must have started passing the big rig, or at least goes, oh shoot, the passing lane's ending, because it was beside the big rig, and the big rig went onto the shoulder over here with us 3 wide. If that other big rig hadn't gone onto the shoulder like that, it would have been a head-on collision. If the passing lane is ending, you cannot continue passing. You're going to kill someone. There's lots of signs that tell you the passing lane is ending. Get past by that time, or slow down and fall behind the other vehicle. Because the thing is, if you don't get it past the vehicle on that passing zone, guess what? This is how long you would have had to wait to pass. You could have waited that long right there to pass safely, or you could have passed stupidly, putting your life and another driver's life in danger. Next time, just wait. This highway has lots of passing zones. There are sections that it just kind of sucks where you're stuck behind someone for an hour. Like between Princeton and Headley, there's really no passing zones. RV behind us started passing and goes, oh, passing lane is ending. I'm going to stop passing. Good job, RV driver. Good job. Well, that's how most people treat it. And look at that. There's another passing lane in 2 kilometers. What is 2 kilometers? A minute and a half away? I guess we're doing like, depending on how slow a vehicle you're following. There's lots of passing zones. That's my point. Lots of passing zones. You should never feel like you're forced to pass someone unsafely. See, the sun's still pretty high up in the sky there. It's just, I guess all the clouds made it feel like it's getting dark outside. Kilometers an hour. No point in getting all the way to 100 if we're going to be slowing down. Set cruise control because this section is so easy to just speed on. So I just set cruise control at 80 and just, it's my time to relax. I don't have to work any of the pedals for a bit. I can stretch my legs a little. It's the relaxing part here. They rebuilt this a few years ago. The old highway goes straight over here and then zigzags all over the place. Honestly, the old highway is more fun, but this highway is definitely safer. It is a little silly that it is 80 kilometers per hour because most cars are doing 110. Because they did move the speed limit up to 100 kilometers per hour and then moved it back down. And that made everybody feel comfortable doing 100 on this part of the highway. And people are like, no, 100 feels good on this highway. It's designed to be 100. That's when they built this highway, it was designed to be that speed. And then when they dropped it back down to 80, everybody goes, nah, we know what our capability is. Our capability is to do 100 on this, so people do 100 or 110, 120. People are fast. South Fork of Sunday Creek. RV, I know I'm doing 80, but there's a passing zone coming up here very shortly and you can go by me there. For me, it's been a bit of a boring week. I don't know what you guys thought of the videos, but for me, it's been a bit of a boring week. I did like some of the camera angles we got with the load we had. Like I said, most people do 100, 110. I don't mind being the slowest vehicle on the highway. So I'm just a little over half a tank of fuel. With me not 100% knowing where I'm going on Monday or Tuesday, I think I'm going to stop in Princeton and get fuel. Just that way I've got a full tank. And if I end up driving north to Vernon or something to pick up a load, I've got enough fuel. Because there's no ESSO card locks between Princeton and I'd have to go, so Princeton, Cleveland, Penticton, Summerland, Peachland, West Kelowna, Kelowna, Lake Country, Vernon, no ESSO card locks. And our company right now only has the ESSO card lock. There's one up in Armstrong. I think there's an ESSO card lock up there by the lumber mill. So if I'm headed north of Vernon, then I would have a chance to fuel up. But just in case they send me up that way, I have enough fuel to not worry about it. Oh, and for those of you that wished I had done more ferry video, just hit that join button. I did a video last week's Saturday video is ferry only. The whole thing is just ferry. But I found in the past when we do the ferry, those videos usually don't do very well. Not a lot of people want to watch those, but if you do, there's a bonus video that's 100% ferry and ferry only. I did not spend a lot of time inside. I did go eat on the ferry. The timing of it was, so I mean, I didn't have to, but I would have been really hungry if I had waited. I wasn't expecting to get the sailing I was on. I was expecting to have another hour sitting in my truck. And all of a sudden it's like, oh shoot, I'm back in the bunk editing video, and all of a sudden the line in front of me is moving. Jump to the front seat, start it up, release the brakes, and go. I'm like, holy smokes, the line's moving. What the heck's going on? Sure enough, they had room for me an hour earlier. Okay, cool. I'm like, well, I was gonna eat supper in the truck, but now that I'm going on the ferry and I'm shooting a bonus video, I might as well go eat. I think it's called White Spot. Triple O's? Wait, Triple O's, White Spot, I think are the same thing, right? Either way, I got a cheddar bacon burger and some poutine and a root beer. And honestly, it's too much sugar. I need to stop buying root beers with when I go out on meals, or not root beers, but pop. I always feel so icky after drinking their sugary drinks. Like, yeah, just water. I'm good with water. It's what I do in the truck. Just water. It's what I do at home. Just water. Drink of choice. I'm speeding. Darn it. Came out of that a little twisty windy, and I forgot to turn cruise control back on. We are rectifying the situation. There we go. Cruise control back on. Well, I think a good spot to end the video is at the brake check over here, right? We've been going for, what, 35, 40 minutes? 30, 35 minutes? Something like that. Pull into the brake check here and we'll call it a day. Once again, thank you guys so much for supporting me in all the different ways that there are to support. If you guys hit the join button and monetarily give us money, your name shows up in the credits over here. Remember, when you join, it's going to take at least 2 weeks for your name to show up. And they're color coded to match the little truck you get behind your name. Just like on the 3Js, they're color coded with a maple leaf color, same colors. Dark blue is the newbies, so come on in and be a newbie for a bit. It doesn't matter what level tier you want to join. Or if it's just hitting subscribe and hitting the thumbs ups and leaving us a bunch of comments, all of those are great support too. Really appreciate all those. Pull over here. Dump my garbage in the garbage bin. Litter barrel for tourist use only. All others dumping refuge will be prosecuted. I'm a long haul truck driver. You'd think I'd be allowed to use it too, because where else I'm going to leave? I'm not bringing the garbage home. I fill up my garbage every half day. Anyway, I am out of here. You guys rock.